Are there any members?
Mr. Zinke, no.
Are there any members wishing to vote or to change their vote? Gentleman from Texas?
Mr. Cloud, no.
Gentleman from Virginia?
Mr. Klein, no.
Is this gentleman Ohio recorded? Okay.
He is.
Are there any other members wishing to record or change their vote? Seeing none, the clerk will tally. On this vote, the ayes are 25, the noes are 36. The amendment is not adopted. The gentlelady from Pennsylvania, Ms. Dean, is recognized for an amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have an amendment at the desk, and I ask unanimous consent to dispense with the reading of that amendment.
Without objection, the reading of the amendment is dispensed with, and the gentlelady is recognized for remarks on her amendment.
I don't know, Mr. Cole, but I'm feeling good about this one. It's the last amendment. I'm feeling everybody's going to be in the spirit to pass this in a bipartisan way. I rise in support of my amendment, which would quite simply restore funding for ARPA-E, the Advanced Research Projects Agency Energy, to the FY25 levels. The bill currently provides $350 million for ARPA-E, $110 million below FY25 enacted level of $460. ARPA-E was created to replicate the successful DARPA model by incentivizing researchers to develop promising research into revolutionary technologies that can meet our future energy needs, including improving energy efficiency, reducing emissions, and reducing our reliance on foreign imports. Projects that receive ARPA-E support are considered high risk and too early for private sector support. But those investments translate into substantial private sector investment and even the formation of new companies. Since 2009, ARPA-E has provided $4.2 billion in R&D funding to more than 1,700 projects. 258 projects have attracted more than $14 billion in private equity follow-on funding. 167 companies have been formed by ARPA-E projects, and there have been 34 exits through public listings, mergers, acquisitions at a total reported value of more than $22 billion. A couple of examples in my home state of Pennsylvania. Penn State has been able to perform some incredible research by leveraging ARPA-E funding. For example, using additive manufacturing to develop sensors in gas turbines. The project funded by ARPA-E at Penn State's Steady Thermal Aero Research Turbine START Laboratory provided an additive manufactured gas turbine parts that operate reliably in engines used for power generation and propulsion. Another example, Rolling Energy Microgrids. This project, funded by ARPA-E, developed a simulation tool to help rail operators design hybrid freight trains combining diesel, battery, and fuel cell locomotives, all reducing fuel use and emissions. And one final one, hydrogen harvesting. This project, funded by ARPA-E, advanced new tools to extract hydrogen directly from underground rock formations, unlocking a potential primary source to upgrade Department of Defense aviation engine fuels. This team developed technologies using CO2-based fracturing and rock chemistry to release the hydrogen. This technology could support U.S. energy independence. It makes no sense for us to be cutting this funding. At the very least, we should be preserving the funding at the FY25 levels, which is why I'm offering this amendment. Again, I think this could be a winner, something we could all agree upon. I urge my colleagues to support, and I yield back.
I thank the gentlelady. Before we move on to the debate, just want to advise the committee, I have been advised that we will have one more amendment. A compromise has been reached on this regional commission issue. So after we finish with this amendment, that's where we'll go next before the bill is done. With that, I recognize the gentleman from Tennessee, Mr. Fleischman, to address the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise respectfully in opposition to the gentlelady's amendment. My colleague's amendment would increase funding for ARPA-E without an offset. Now, I want to stress that, without an offset. And I appreciate my colleague's passion for ARPA-E. I, too, support ARPA-E. That's why we have $350 million in the base bill for ARPA-E. This program works exceedingly well. For those of you who have worked with it, it actually funds projects on the front end for competitors. I speak at their convention every year. It is an incredibly good program. So again, I commend my colleague for that, but without an offset, we can't increase it, but we will be at $350 million. And with that, I respectfully urge rejection of the amendment and yield back.
I thank the gentleman. Are there others wishing to address the amendment? Gentlelady from Minnesota is recognized to address the amendment.
Thank you, Chairman Cole, for recognizing me. I rise in support of Ms. Dean's amendment to restore the funding for ARPA-E. The bill before us does deliver a devastating $110 million cut to ARPA-E and the essential research and development that this program funds. And if I'm correct, we don't have the top line number yet, so I'm hoping that maybe this can be a win because we haven't voted on a top line number for this bill yet. I'm going to tell you why I strongly support this. I'm going to give you an example. Back in 2012, the University of Minnesota received a $4.2 million grant from ARPA-E to help researchers develop an early stage prototype of an iron nitrate permanent magnet. Now, a team of researchers at the university were successful in creating a strong permanent magnets that are free, totally free from rare earth. Now, this is truly a scientific achievement. The researchers from this pilot program spun off a company called Niron Magnetics, and it continued to develop this technology. In 2023, Niron Magnetics received a $16 million scale-up grant award from ARPA-E, which has allowed them to begin manufacturing and producing cutting-edge, rare earth-free magnets. Not only has this product produced jobs in Minnesota, but magnets that don't have, I can't stress this again because we are all focused on rare earth and China and the importance to our economy and our national defense. These magnets don't have any rare earth materials. They're going to become key components of securing our supply chains for national security applications. Everyone here, all of us know that China exerts control over the rare earth elements market. This is dangerous to our national security, and we need to do more about it. As the ranking member of the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee, it's been a privilege to work with Chair Calvert on this for years. We've worked on initiatives to insulate our supply chain from foreign threats. If we cannot replace at scale rare earth magnets with Niron's solution, then we won't be able to meet the need of the Department of Defense. These magnets seriously will be made entirely in the United States with iron right here from the northern part of Minnesota. They will be made without any environmental impacts of rare earth mining. Niron's magnetics are not only stronger than rare earth magnets, but they're cleaner to produce, they're cleaner to recycle, and they're cleaner to dispose of. It is a win-win-win. I'm committed to supporting innovative solutions like that of Niron, and that's why I cannot support the cut in the bill before us today. As I said, it would slash $110 million, which will force new innovations and new technologies to just go unfunded. Our smaller businesses, our innovators, are starting to benefit to get their ideas qualified faster into production to produce solutions for our national security problems, something our subcommittee has worked so hard on. So I don't want to step away from the progress that we're seeing now. I want to thank my colleague, Representative Dean, for offering this amendment, and I urge my colleagues to think about it. What is next out there that we can discover, manufacture, improve our economy and our national security right here in the United States? ARPA-E is the clue to doing that. I yield back.
Thank the gentlelady for her comments. The gentleman from Indiana, Mr. Mervan, is recognized to address the amendment.
Oh, yeah, I mean, these are formulated.
Strong support of this amendment, which would restore critical funding for advanced research projects and drive innovation to keep our advanced manufacturing industries globally competitive. ARPA-E directly supports work at the Civis Center at Purdue Northwest, where they work hand in hand with the domestic steel industry to improve efficiency, drive workforce development, and improve workplace safety. The American steel industry must continue to innovate in order to compete with the growing steel industries in China, South Korea, and other emerging markets. The work being done at this facility is transformative and supports the continued dominance of American steel, which in turn means good-paying American jobs for people in my community and for generations to come. This bill makes a 20% cut to ARPA-E, and I support restoring the funding to continue fostering research and development in industrial manufacturing, and with that, I yield back.
I thank the gentleman. The gentlelady from Washington State, Ms. Perez, is recognized for her comments on the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I rise in strong support of this amendment. I often chafe under the presumption that our country, our people need their identity as consumers defended, that it's all about our identity of people who buy stuff. And this bill defends our agency in making things, not just buying things, but building wealth. We ought to support this. This is the right lens. I think often there's a political incentive to, subsidize things so that, there's a consumption opportunity, right? And I think a lot of times what that means is that we have a regressive tax policy. People who already have nice stuff getting nicer stuff. This is about making things, about advancing our identity as the country that makes the best shit in the world, where we have a path, and so I thank you for this amendment. I rise in strong support. I urge my colleagues to support it.
I thank the gentlelady. Are there other members wishing to address the amendment? Seeing none, the gentlelady is recognized for 1 minute to close.
I thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I wonder if the chairman of the subcommittee would consider, I know you said you're really a fan of ARPA-E. You support the funding for it and the innovation that it provides, the research that it provides to make us the leading country around so many different issues. And you said because it didn't offer an offset, that was the barrier. But we don't have top-line allocations. I wonder if you would remove that barrier. In the case of this, we're talking $110 million. I'm not talking billions. This is the Appropriations Committee. Would you consider removing that objection based on the fact we don't have the numbers?
We will have those numbers very, very shortly, and I can assure you, with a bill and an allocation that we were given, and once again, whether it was
But I don't know what
ARPA-E
that
or
allocation is.
EERE, we support those and I respect the fact that the gentlelady is flying a little blind without that, okay? You don't have all the cards, you will, but I assure you, by putting $350 million into ARPA-E, we are going to keep that program going. There is just not the funds there. Look, I wish I could fully fund ARPA-E and EERE. We had to give EERE a very strong haircut. They're both very good proposals, but especially ARPA-E because it front loads for those great innovators. It pays them up front. They don't have to wait on their money. But I assure you, we'll be able to work with the $350 million. And I will say this, there'll be a negotiation with the Senate, I hope, at some point in time. And I know there's a lot of fans over there. But I'll continue to work with the lady, but we've given it all we could, candidly, given the cards we were dealt.
Well, all the cards haven't been dealt, and that's a little disappointing. How is someone supposed to craft amendments, be an appropriator, any one of us, if we don't have the numbers?
And I
Would the
think
gentlelady yield?
Certainly, Chairman.
Actually, the numbers were distributed 3 days ago to all of your offices. And you could have easily missed them. Look, we've been working really hard. I'm not being critical of anybody. If I'd had my way, these numbers would have been available earlier. My friends on the other side make a very fair point when they said it would have been helpful. I would have preferred it that way. But the numbers have been available for about 72 hours. We'll be voting on them shortly, later tonight, and I'm sure we'll have a robust discussion on that. But with that, I yield back to my friend, and I thank her for yielding to me.
I thank you both. I thank both chairmen. I'll simply close by saying this. It is my sincere hope that we can, in whatever the final numbers are, whatever were about to be revealed, that I missed 72 hours ago, I hope we will get back and get this back to, at a minimum, the FY25 level, the $110 million restoration. We want this country to be the one moving forward with the best of research and supporting that, because we know it's good for the economy and it's good for our defense and our energy use. With that, I thank my colleagues who were so very eloquent in support of my amendment, and I yield back.
Thank the gentlelady. The question is now on the amendment offered by the gentlelady from Pennsylvania. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The opinion of the chair, the noes have it. Roll call has been requested. A sufficient number of hands have been raised. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Adderholt, Mr. Adderholt, no. Mr. Aguilar. Mr. Alford. Mr. Alford, no. Mr. Amade. Mr. Amade, no. Mrs. Bice. Mrs. Bice, no. Mr. Bishop. Mr. Bishop, aye. Mr. Calvert. Mr. Calvert, no. Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, no. Mr. Case. Mr. Case, aye. Mr. Siscomani. Mr. Siscomani, no. Mr. Klein. Mr. Klein, no. Mr. Cloud. Mr. Cloud, no. Mr. Clyburn. Mr. Clyburn, aye. Mr. Clyde. Mr. Clyde, no. Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole, no. Mr. Cuellar. Mr. Cuellar, aye. Ms. Dean. Ms. Dean, aye. Mr. Loro. Mr. Diaz-Balart. Mr. Diaz-Balart, no. Mr. Edwards. Mr. Edwards, no. Mr. Elzey. Mr. Elzey, no. Ms. Escobar. Ms. Escobar, aye. Mr. Espaillat. Mr. Espaillat, aye. Mr. Fleischman. Mr. Fleischman, no. Ms. Frankel. Ms. Frankel, aye. Mr. Franklin. Mr. Franklin, no. Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, no. Mr. Guest. Mr. Guest, no. Mr. Harder. Mr. Harder, aye. Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris, no. Mrs. Henson. Mrs. Henson, no. Mr. Hoyer. Mr. Hoyer, aye. Mr. Ivy. Mr. Ivy, aye. Mr. Joyce. Mr. Joyce, no. Ms. Capter. Ms. Capter, aye. Mr. Lalota. Mr. Lalota, no. Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee, aye. Ms. Letlow. Ms. Letlow, no. Mr. Levin. Mr. Levin, aye. Ms. Malloy. Ms. Malloy, no. Ms. McCollum. Ms. McCollum, aye. Ms. Ming. Ms. Ming, aye. Mr. Molinar. Mr. Molinar, no. Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore, no. Mr. Morelli. Mr. Morelli, aye. Mr. Mervan. Mr. Mervan, aye. Mr. Newhouse. Mr. Newhouse, no. Ms. Perez. Ms. Perez, aye. Mrs. Pingree. Ms. Pingree, aye. Mr. Pocan. Mr. Pocan, aye. Mr. Quigley. Mr. Quigley, aye. Mr. Reschenthaler. No. Mr. Reschenthaler, no. Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, no. Mr. Rutherford. Mr. Rutherford, no. Mr. Simpson. Mr. Simpson, no. Mr. Strong. Mr. Strong, no. Mrs. Torres. Mrs. Torres, aye. Miss Underwood. Miss Underwood, aye. Mr. Valadeo. Mr. Valadeo, no. Miss Wasserman Schultz. Miss Wasserman Schultz, aye. Mrs. Watson Coleman. Mrs. Watson Coleman, aye. Mr. Womack. Mr. Womack, no. Mr. Zinke. Mr. Zinke, no.
Are there any members wishing to vote or to change their vote? Seeing none, the clerk will tally. On this vote, the ayes are 26, the noes are 35. The amendment is not adopted. We'll now return to the business of the regional commissions. Mr. Moore is recognized for an amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have an amendment at the desk, Moore number 2, and I ask that the reading be dispensed with.
Without objection, the reading of the amendment is dispensed with, and the gentleman's recognized for remarks on his amendment.
Well, I'll keep it brief. First, I want to thank the chairman for working with me on restoring funding to the regional commissions. Thank you very much to you and your staff for working with us on this. So this right here, and the chairman, Mr. Fleshman, we're going to spread this out, $20 million across all of the regional commissions, and it just takes an across-the-top cut on the energy efficiency and renewable energy account, which is divided proportionally among the different regional commissions. And I'm just so grateful for your work on this, and also Chairman Cole, and I yield back.
Thank the gentleman. Gentlelady from Ohio is recognized for any comments she cares to make on the amendment.
Well, obviously, this is something, Mr. Chairman, that we've tried to work on together. It's been a little difficult with everything else going on, and I think we've made sufficient, some progress. But unfortunately, because all of the funds are being taken out of the ERE account, we're having difficulty in swallowing this. I really would be happy to work with the sponsor as the bill continues to the floor and then working with the Senate and so forth to try to perfect it. So I would have to say that I don't view the compromise as equal at this point. And as much as I want to help the commissions, I'm just hoping we can perfect it a little bit more as we move forward. And I hope, that possibility exists. So if there is a vote on this, I would appreciate it if it just be a voice vote. Thank you.
I thank the gentlelady for her comments. The gentleman from Tennessee, Mr. Fleischman, is recognized to address the amendment.
Thank you. I know the hour is late. First of all, I want to thank the gentleman for his persistence. Earlier in the evening, I want to thank the majority and the minority, because what did we say? We were at an impasse. Many people on both sides of the dais agreed with what the gentleman was trying to do, as was I. We needed to find a pay-for, and we're making decisions in this room among policies and things that we all like. I earlier talked about my affinity for EERE, but I assured the minority and I assured the gentleman from West Virginia if he would withdraw his bill, which he did, if he came back, we would work with the majority and the minority. So I would respectfully, I strongly support the gentleman in this. It's equitable. It's only $20 million. He didn't get everything he wanted. We worked with him. It's not ideal. I understand that pot of money that it came for, but it is that ideal compromise that I think we all agreed to get to. So I would implore my friends on both sides to vote for the gentleman's amendment. I mean, this is what we do. We get together as appropriators and we make tough decisions sometimes that we have to do. And I am certainly not adverse to a voice vote. That will be up to the people in the room, but I strongly support what the gentleman's doing, and I commend him. With that, I yield back.
Thank the gentleman. Are there other members wishing to address the amendment? Seeing none, the gentleman from West Virginia is recognized for 1 minute to close.
Yeah, again, thank you, Chairman Fleshman. Thank you, Chairman Cole. And I certainly understand the difficult kind of position we're in here. And I do want to work with you as we continue through this process to try to continue to perfect this. Obviously, I know we spoke how important this is to you and me and many people in this room. But I thank everybody for being so open to the conversation and being able to come to a great position. And then we'll continue to be able to work on this and perfect this even further as we go through the process. Thank you all very much. Now yield back.
The question's now on the amendment offered by the gentleman from West Virginia. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the amendment is agreed to. Seeing no further amendments, I now recognize Mr. Rogers for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to favorably report to the House the fiscal year 2026 Energy and Water Development and Related Agencies Appropriations Bill.
The question is now on the motion to favorably report the House fiscal year 2026 Energy and Water Development and Related Agencies Appropriations Bill. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. No. The opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. Roll call has been requested. Sufficient number of hands have been raised. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Adderholt. Mr. Adderholt, aye. Mr. Aguilar. Mr. Alford. Mr. Alford. Mr. Alford, aye. Mr. Amade. Mr. Amade, aye. Mrs. Bice. Mrs. Bice, aye. Mr. Bishop. Mr. Bishop. Mr. Bishop, no. Mr. Calvert. Mr. Calvert, aye. Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, aye. Mr. Case. Mr. Case, no. Mr. Siscomani. Mr. Siscomani, aye. Mr. Klein. Mr. Cloud. Mr. Cloud, aye. Mr. Clyburn. No. Mr. Clyburn, no. Mr. Clyde. Aye. Mr. Clyde, aye. Mr. Cole. Aye. Mr. Cole, aye. Mr. Cuellar. Mr. Cuellar, no. Miss Dean. Miss Dean, no. Mr. Loro. Mr. Diaz-Balart. Mr. Diaz-Balart, aye. Mr. Edwards. Mr. Edwards, aye. Mr. Elzey. Mr. Elzey, aye. Miss Escobar. Miss Escobar, no. Mr. Espaillat. Mr. Espaillat, no. Mr. Fleischman. Aye. Mr. Fleischman, aye. Miss Frankel. Miss Frankel, no. Mr. Franklin. Mr. Franklin, aye. Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, aye. Mr. Guest. Mr. Guest, aye. Mr. Harder. Mr. Harder, no. Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris, aye. Mrs. Henson. Mrs. Henson, aye. Mr. Hoyer.
No.
Mr. Hoyer, no. Mr. Ivy. Mr. Ivy, no. Mr. Joyce. Mr. Joyce, aye. Ms. Capter.
No, thank you.
Ms. Capter, no. Mr. Lalota. Mr. Lalota, aye. Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee, no. Ms. Letlow. Ms. Letlow, aye. Mr. Levin. Mr. Levin, no. Ms. Malloy. Ms. Malloy, aye. Ms. McCullum. Ms. McCullum, no. Ms. Ming. Ms. Ming, no. Mr. Molinar. Mr. Molinar, aye. Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore, aye. Mr. Morelli. Mr. Morelli, no. Mr. Mervan. Mr. Mervan, no. Mr. Newhouse. Mr. Newhouse, aye. Ms. Perez. Ms. Perez, no. Ms. Pingree. Ms. Pingree, no. Mr. Pocan. Mr. Pocan, no. Mr. Quigley. Mr. Quigley, no. Mr. Reschenthaler. Mr. Reschenthaler, aye. Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, aye. Mr. Rutherford. Mr. Rutherford, aye. Mr. Simpson. Mr. Simpson, aye. Mr. Strong.
Mr. Strong.
Mr. Strong, aye. Mrs. Torres. Mrs. Torres, no. Miss Underwood. Miss Underwood, no. Mr. Valadeo. Mr. Valadeo, aye. Miss Wasserman Schultz. Miss Wasserman Schultz, no. Mrs. Watson Coleman. Mrs. Watson Coleman, no. Mr. Womack. Mr. Womack, aye. Mr. Zinke. Mr. Zinke, aye.
Are there other members wishing to vote or to change their vote? Mr. Zinke, could you stop getting in the head of my members? With that, the clerk will tally. I don't see any. Oh, who has not? Mr. Klein, how are you recorded?
Mr. Klein, aye.
Are there any others? Clerk will tally. Gentlemen, recognized. Gentlemen,
Mr. Aguilar, no.
on this vote, the ayes are 35, the noes are 27. The motion is agreed to. I ask unanimous consent that the staff be permitted to make technical and conforming changes to the bill and report just approved. 3 days. Otherwise, seeing no objections, so ordered. And without objection, yeah. Okay, opening, our last order of business this evening is consideration of the interim 302B subcommittee allocations for fiscal year 2026. Previously, the committee adopted interim sub-allocations for our first 6 bills. Today's report updates the interim sub-allocations to include all 12 bills. I want to thank the members for their patience with this process. As we move forward, adopting today's report will allow us to move forward toward completing our important appropriations work for fiscal year 2026. I look forward to a robust debate today, and I urge all members to support these 302 allocations. Before I move on, let me make just a couple of off-the-cuff comments, and again, I'm more than happy to entertain a debate. Number one, I want to apologize to all of you on both sides of the aisle that we did not have a top line earlier and that we did not have subcommittee allocations earlier. We've had an extraordinarily busy year, and we couldn't always get the answers we needed in a timely fashion, and we had to push on. And I appreciate your forbearance, but you have every right to have received these earlier, in my opinion, and I apologize for that. I take responsibility for that. Number two, I would tell you just, and this is just speaking for myself, there's 3 numbers that I would normally automatically allocate to. The first one would be is if the Budget Committee and the entire Congress of the United States gave me a number. I would allocate to that number. Well, that didn't happen. The Budget Committee, again, it's been an extraordinary year, and I will tell you, neither party's gotten budgets out of the Budget Committee for years. That needs to change because that really complicates our work here on this committee. But both parties have, frankly, quit doing budgets, at least budgets that they could pass out of their own committee and then pass with their own members across the floor. So I didn't have the luxury of having that. This committee did not have the luxury of having that. The second number I would allocate to, and again, my friends in the minority would probably see this differently, but if I had an agreement between the Speaker and the Majority Leader of the United States Senate, it wouldn't matter if they were different parties, I would allocate to that number. We don't have that agreement. They've been busy doing other things, as we all know. The third number I would allocate to, and it would be premature to ask this, I think it will emerge at some point, would be if the President and the leadership of both parties came to an agreement as to what the numbers would be. I don't have that number. So in the absence of that, we picked a number that honestly we thought was fiscally responsible and reflected, people will disagree with this, but reflected what was also politically possible and tried to, protect core functions that some of them we may disagree about, a lot of them we don't disagree about. But it's the best we could do. The last point I would make before I recognize my friend from Maryland, Mr. Hoyer, is that you should recognize, as I know you all do, these numbers are going to change. This is a place to start. This is where we begin. At some point, we will negotiate. And I can assure you that at the end, if we get to a deal, we'll either have one of 3 outcomes. You could have a shutdown, which I would tell you I've always opposed, think they never work. We can have a CR. I would tell you that's a bad thing. That's not good for this committee, and I don't think it's good for government in general. Or third, we can have a negotiated deal, which I think is the best way to proceed and where I hope we end up. But that's all going to be determined. But the one thing I will guarantee you, whatever these numbers are, whether you like them or don't like them, they're not the final numbers. And we all know that. And whatever the Senate produces, and it seems to be moving, it seems to be having a good day from the reports I've gotten, their numbers won't be the final numbers. And whatever the administration proposes, any administration at any time, those numbers won't be the final numbers. There will be some sort of deal cut or some sort of CR that we have to live with, or we'll stumble into a shutdown, and then we'll be back at a CR or a deal. Number one, I appreciate all of you tonight. I thought this was extraordinarily productive, civil. I know difficult. Nobody gets everything they want, but I appreciate the way this committee handled itself. So we're putting forward these allocations. You all know what they are, but I will tell you, I would be shocked if they were the final numbers. So with that, I yield to my good friend from Maryland for any remarks he cares to make about the allocation.
I thank the chairman. Our chair is at our caucus, bringing them up to date on to what we have done, and she'll bring back to us, I'm sure, what our caucus has said. So she asked me to make her remarks. But I know if she were here, because she said it to me so many times, that she believes sincerely that we are blessed by the demeanor and civility of our chairman. And however much we disagree on how we got to where we are, I think the chairman is absolutely right. These are not the numbers. And we may say that up until we get the final day and the final adoption of some numbers. So let me read her statement. Mr. Chairman, you know I have deep respect for you and a deep appreciation for our friendship. I know that this has not been a process you would have preferred. The chairman just said that. But frankly, it is absurd and an affront to good governance that the majority released 10 of 12 funding bills before informing the Appropriations Committee, the Congress, and the American people what allocations are across each bill. The chairman essentially said, not in such harsh terms, that he agreed with that. That is not how, she said, appropriations should be done or can be done. We Democrats last led the Appropriations Committee. Not once did the full committee mark up a bill without the full slate of subcommittee allocations in hand. The chairman has said that's not the way to operate. Mr. Lauro said we cannot make sound judgments on investments without having a full picture at the start. She went on to say only now, after marking up 10 bills in subcommittee and 7 in the full committee, can we see the devastating, destructive, and draconian funding levels the majority plans to impose on programs and services that help the middle class, the working class, and vulnerable Americans make ends meet. She went on to say, I am deeply fearful that at a time when appropriators must come together to defend our power of the purse, the path the majority has chosen will only survive to degrade the efficacy and credibility of what we're doing in this room. Let us work, she said, together and get the appropriations process back on track. Let us work together. Let us demonstrate that we can produce the best outcomes for the American people by joining together in this room and producing bipartisan bills that help the American people, the middle class, the working class, vulnerable Americans, seniors, rural Americans, and small businesses. Some in Congress and in the White House want to end appropriations as we know it. And I believe we cannot do the job we are set out to do. Let us prove them wrong. and then she would have yielded back. I will add that these are her words.
Boy, do I miss Rosa.
He's not quite as charitable and civil as I thought he was. I would add this. Although I read Rosa's words, I agree with every word she said. As a matter of fact, I've said that. We had that discussion. And while I understand, Mr. Chairman, it's been very difficult to get numbers, particularly from Russell Vogt, who did not want to give us numbers, in my view. And it's both sides have trouble passing budgets. So we've done skinny budgets. We both did it in some cases for the same reason, to get a reconciliation bill, because you need a budget to get a reconciliation bill. But as I observed about a week ago, the president plays no role in this budget. He gives us a budget, usually dead on arrival, from both parties. But we are not constrained by that budget. We are the ones who act. It is not signed by the president. We make the budget, and then we mark to it. Those were Rosa's words. Those are my words. I think all of us feel the same way. Many of you, after we've had some discussions, have said, yes, you're right. That's the way it ought to work. So, Mr. Chairman, I thank you sincerely for your civility, because sometimes we get pretty heated, and you keep us on track. And with that, I will say we're going to oppose these numbers. They will be the numbers. You'll adopt these numbers. And we are hopeful, as you suggested, that we will work as the process pursues to get to a place where we can come to an agreement that we feel is good for our country and our people. And I yield back.
I want to thank the gentleman for his demeanor as always and his wise words as always, and the depth with which he cares for this committee and this institution. Are there any other members wishing to make general comments on the allocations? Seeing none, I now recognize the Dean of the House, Mr. Rogers, for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt the interim sub-allocation of budget allocations for fiscal year 2026.
The question is now on the motion to adopt the interim subcommittee allocations. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Roll call.
Roll call has been requested. A sufficient number of hands have been raised. The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Adderholt. Mr. Adderholt, aye. Mr. Aguilar. Mr. Aguilar, no. Mr. Alford. Mr. Alford, aye. Mr. Amadei. Mr. Amadei, aye. Mrs. Bice. Mrs. Bice, aye. Mr. Bishop. Mr. Bishop, no. Mr. Calvert. Mr. Calvert, aye. Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter, aye. Mr. Case. Mr. Case, no. Mr. Siscomani. Mr. Siscomani, aye. Mr. Klein. Mr. Klein, aye. Mr. Cloud. Mr. Cloud, aye. Mr. Clyburn. Mr. Clyburn, no. Mr. Clyde. Mr. Clyde, aye. Mr. Cole.
Aye.
Mr. Cole, aye. Mr. Cuellar. Mr. Cuellar, no. Ms. Dean. Ms. Dean. Ms. Dean, no. Ms. DeLauro. Mr. Diaz-Balart. Mr. Diaz-Balart, aye. Mr. Edwards. Mr. Edwards, aye. Mr. Elzey. Mr. Elzey, aye. Ms. Escobar. Ms. Escobar, no. Mr. Espaillat. Mr. Espaillat, no. Mr. Fleischman. Mr. Fleischman, aye. Ms. Frankel. Mr. Franklin. Mr. Franklin, aye. Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, aye. Mr. Guest. Mr. Guest, aye. Mr. Harder. Mr. Harder, no. Dr. Harris. Dr. Harris, aye. Mrs. Hinson. Mrs. Hinson, aye. Mr. Hoyer. Mr. Hoyer, no. Mr. Ivy. Mr. Ivy, no. Mr. Joyce. Mr. Joyce, aye. Ms. Captor. Ms. Captor, no. Mr. LaLota. Mr. LaLota, aye. Ms. Lee. Ms. Lee, no. Ms. Letlow. Ms. Letlow, aye. Mr. Levin? Mr. Levin, no. Ms. Malloy? Ms. Malloy, aye. Ms. McCollum? Ms. McCollum, no. Ms. Ming? Ms. Ming? Ms. Ming, no. Mr. Molinar? Mr. Molinar, aye. Mr. Moore? Mr. Moore, aye. Mr. Morelli? Mr. Morelli, no. Mr. Mervan? Mr. Mervan, no. Mr. Newhouse? Mr. Newhouse, aye. Ms. Perez? Ms. Perez, no. Ms. Pingree? Ms. Pingree, no. Mr. Pocan? Mr. Pocan, no. Mr. Quigley? Mr. Quigley, no. Mr. Reschenthaler? Mr. Reschenthaler, aye. Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers, aye. Mr. Rutherford? Mr. Rutherford, aye. Mr. Simpson? Mr. Simpson, aye. Mr. Strong? Mr. Strong, aye. Mrs. Torres? Mrs. Torres, no. Miss Underwood? Miss Underwood, no. Mr. Valadeo? Mr. Valadeo, aye. Ms. Wasserman Schultz? Ms. Wasserman Schultz, no. Mrs. Watson Coleman? Mrs. Watson Coleman, no. Mr. Womack? Mr. Womack, aye. Mr. Zinke? Mr. Zinke, aye.
Are there any members wishing to record their vote or change their vote? Seeing none, the clerk will tally. Very good job. On this vote, the ayes are 35, the noes are 26. The motion is agreed to. I ask unanimous consent that staff be permitted to make technical and conforming changes. The report just approved. 3 days. Seeing no objection, so ordered. There being no further business, the committee stands adjourned.